Hi, I'm Patricia. Welcome to the 44th episode of A Breath of Song. Yip Harburg was a librettist who won an Oscar in 1940. He said, "Words make you think, music makes you feel, a song makes you feel a thought." Here we are, uncovering wellness with songs that help us feel helpful, adaptive thoughts. I'm coming to you straight from my home in Vermont. Whether our voices are creaky or smooth today, we can feel the connection to our breath and vibration in our body. Let's find how good it can feel to sing. Today's song is One Day at a Time by Penny Stone. We'll sing the song several times through so it can settle inside you and you can begin to trust it as a resource. Let it draw you into a state of flow. So let's start with a good yawn stretch. Oh, feel the breath moving in and out of your body. Notice how it can open up space in your ribs when it comes in. And loosen your lips as it moves out. And open up space in your belly as it comes in. And loosen your shoulders as it moves out. And open up space in your back as it comes in. And release your face as it slides out. Maybe some hum sighs to feel it sliding around. Maybe one with a scrunchy up face. And one with a really wide released face. Yeah, having some options. So One Day at a Time has a melody that you can echo back to me right from the very beginning, so we can start singing it from the beginning. Then there are two other parts that come in, both called Keep It Simple. Or both on the lyrics, the words Keep It Simple. So let's, I'm going to just put it in the looper right to start. So you echo back to me. One day at a time. 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 So here's this part.
Keep it simple. One day at a time. 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 One One day at a time.
So listen to that second part.
Keep it simple.
The fourth part, really.
Keep it simple. Keep it simple.
Last time.
Keep it simple. 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 One day at a time. 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 One day at a time.
That's it. I'm so glad you're singing with me. If you're glad to be singing too, consider rating or reviewing the podcast. Those few seconds you take really make a difference. You can visit abreathofsong.com to see lyrics, Patty Piotrowski's glorious artwork, sign up to get artwork and music in your mailbox for a moment of beauty every week, suggest a song or a songwriter for the podcast, and leave something in the tip jar to help cover costs. Before Patty or I get paid, 25% is donated to the Jazz Foundation of America, which directly supports jazz, blues, and roots musicians in need, and you can find out about why that is on the intro to the podcast, which is on the homepage of the website. Penny says One Day at a Time was written together with the Serenity Singers, a group in Edinburgh, Scotland, that sings to uplift those in need. The wisdom comes from the recovery community, which knows so well what it takes to walk through difficult times. And sometimes you might find yourself singing 1 hour at a time or 1 breath at a time. They both work. They all work. In the show notes, I link to Penny's website page, which has an incredible wealth of song material. She's a songwriter with a really diverse range of interests, and it's reflected there, as well as next week when Penny joins us for a songwriter interview. She talks about finding purpose for a big voice, channeling empathic energy, how and why to write a song, and more. If you want to be sure not to miss it, sign up on abreathofsong.com to join the select group of listeners who get an email as the episodes drop. So let's sing One Day at a Time again to help it stay in our brains. And if you'd like to share this song further in an activity that's intended to make profit, please be sure to use the links in the show notes to contact Penny for licensing and permission. Here we go. Let's see. Let's just start with One Day at a Time. I'll sing it, you echo it back to me, and then we'll go on, we'll add the other parts. Ready? 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1.
One day at a time. 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 One keep it simple. One day at a time. One keep it simple. One day at a time. One keep it simple. One day at a time. One keep it simple. One day at a time. One keep it simple. One day at a time. One keep it simple. One day at a time. One keep it simple. One day at a time. Keep it simple. One day at a time.
You can explore.
One day at a time. 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 One day
Last
at
time.
a time. One day at 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 a time.
Thank you for joining me today for A Breath of Song, and thank you for taking care of yourself and listening to your voice. I believe making a better world starts with tuning in to ourselves and each other, which is what we just did, so yay us. Let a friend know about the show so they can join too, and next time we'll plant another song. Until then, be well.